Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Gamalami Upombuyazi, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching, liking, and all the things that you've been doing on my channel. Thank you so much. So on today's one, I'm gonna be basically running you guys down the lessons I've been learning in my 20s. So the title of today's one is Lessons in My 20s. The 20s, guys. It's crazy and wild here. Unsubscribe me from my 20s because it's crazy and wild. Honestly, there's quite a few lessons I'd like to share with you guys. Lessons I'm still learning, and some took me forever to actually get the grip of things with those lessons. But hey, lesson number one, you need to sacrifice in your 20s, okay? And it's been quite evident to me that I need to let go of things that are deterring me from reaching my objectives and highest goals in my 20s. And it can be quite uncomfortable. It brings so much discomfort. It is scary, but it's necessary. It has to be done. You have to sacrifice. There's a thing you enjoy in your 20s if you want to reach your highest objectives. For example, this is a little bit personal, but I will share it. I am building a house. I'm renovating at home. Obviously with the help of my brother, but it's my project. I have to put in the first step for this project to move forward. It's actually kind of on a standstill right now because I haven't been sacrificing. You know, I've been making crazy purchases on the side. I've been buying things that make me happy. I've been takeaways. You know, I've been spending my money like crazy. That's why my project is on a standstill. There isn't no progress. Why is there no progress? Because I haven't been sacrificing in nice time. I've been giving myself all these other things that make the flesh happy, you know, and just spending money on everything but the actual important thing that I should be prioritizing, you know. So that's the lesson I'm learning right now in my 20s, that sometimes for you to see progress, you need to sacrifice. And it's uncomfortable. I don't want to lie. Always isn't or always handout is uncomfortable. But essentially, you're not going to move forward if you're not sacrificing. That's lesson number one in my 20s. Lesson number two. Familiar spaces are a scam in your 20s. Familiar spaces are a scam in your 20s. Move away from what's familiar and implement change in your 20s. I can understand people who say move away from your hometown if you want to see change in your 20s. That's debatable because I know a lot of people who haven't moved from my hometown, Richards Bay, but they're still doing amazing. But this is not to take away that change of scenery can do a lot of things for you. For example, with my YouTube, it's not a familiar space, but it's something I've always wanted to do. I am finally doing it, and it's a little bit uncomfortable because I do not know jack about the space. I'm just winging it. But in my 20s, I had set it a point that I'm not going to be stuck in familiar spaces. I want something different, you know. I'm not sure if this point is making sense, but in my 20s, I've realized that being in familiar spaces is a scam. There is no growth in familiar spaces. Those limitations you're putting on yourself are only a barrier and nothing more. Nothing more is going to come out of you if you're in familiar spaces. Try new things in your 20s. There's nothing to lose. There is nothing to lose, I promise you. Honestly, move further from the normal. Move away from what's normal. Move away from that routine that's not working for you. You know that's routine. You know what you're used to doing is not working for you. So just move away from familiar spaces. Do something new for your growth. Lesson number 3, take accountability. You have to be someone who lives and leads in truth to be able to implement this. But you have to in your 20s. It will save a lot of your relationships. Being accountable will save you a lot of your time, a lot of drama, a lot of energy. If you're able to be responsible, take responsibility of your own action, tell the truth, and account, you're gonna save yourself time and others time as well. You know, I look back at some of my situations and I cannot help but wonder if since day one, I had accounted, been clean, and taken full accountability of my mess, I wouldn't have gone through all the drama, all the rumors, all the da 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 da. Had I taken accountability, you know, in other situations, you really need to honestly lead in truth. Lead in truth in your 20s to save yourself from the drama. Take accountability has been one of my favorite lessons in my 20s. Still learning though, still learning to account because you know it's not easy, especially if you're someone like me who hates confrontations. I hate confrontations so much. I avoid them at all costs. At all costs. But it honestly saying goodbye, juices, hasta la vista, is not gonna help me in my 20s. It is not gonna help me. I have to deal with things heads on. And where I am wrong, I need to account. Where needs be, I need to account. It's a lesson I'm constantly teaching myself in my 20s. That's dog. You need to account. Okay? Lesson number 4. You're not the victim. It's goes hand in handish with lesson number 3. You're not the victim. No one's out to get you. Excuse me. My mother used to say, "Oksala is supaskomba win." You know, and I think about it and laugh right now. I think about it and laugh because in this life we tend to point fingers a lot. We struggle to sniff our own armpits. We find solace almost in always being on the right, but we are human beings. Our characters can be flawed. So don't be out here acting like a victim the whole time. Uyazazi mawurong. This lesson in my 20s has been the hardest to accept because now sometimes you just want to cry. But kwesinye isikhathi sukuzenzisa guys, sukuzenzisa uyazi ukuthi uwrong. I understand sometimes abantu bazokujwayela kabi kodwa in cases where wena ujwayele abantu kabi, zehlise. Stop performing. Do not perform like you're this victim. Uyazi wena usukela abantu. You know, so it's one of the lessons I've been learning in my 20s. You're not always the victim. You're not always on the right side of the chat. You know that, right? You know that, right? Exactly. Hardest lesson I had to learn in my 20s. Lesson number 5, be young, have a time. I kind of got carried away with this one. This year. Well, in my 20s, I've been having a time. I've been going this year, particularly this year. I've been going to everywhere I've been invited to. I do not regret myself for having a time though, except I'm bankrupt, bank broke. However though, if you have the funds to have a time, please do it. Please do it. Usebenza kanzima, umzimba osebenza kanzima kumele utotoswe guys. Kumele utotoswe. Have a time in your 20s. Oh my goodness, the noise. I'm so sorry for the noise, guys. I live right next to the airport. Still a village though. Anyway, I was still having a chat with you guys about having a time. We're here for a good time, not a long time, eh? This is not me saying be irresponsible with your finances and all of that. But I feel like it's important. Our 20s are hard, guys. These 20 somethings, they're hard. One chance you get to have a time, be outside. in your 20s. Okay, be responsible, but have a good time in your 20s. I'm an advocate for having a good time in your 20s, guys. Oh my cookies. Oh my cookies. Asikisting. Umncane. Be outside. Yeah, no, it's your youth. It's your youth. Be responsible though. Lesson number 6. Lesson number 6 is make room for new friends. Those danger tapes around your heart in your 20s gotta go. Walking into my 20s, I had my bestie from high school, a couple of my close friends, and a lot of cousins. So I had enough friends. I really, I was on some no new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no new. This was obviously stemming from betrayal, past betrayal with friendship groups. So I really had danger tapes around my heart as far as friends are concerned for the longest time, until I started meeting new like-minded people, and I realized that no, man, there's no harm in making new friends. There is literally just no harm in making new friends. Allow people to love you, love them back, you know. Honestly, when you're in your 20s, you're most likely going to be changing jobs and all of that. Don't be a mean cow. Don't be rude. Just make new friends. Allow for it to happen. Obviously, we pray for spirit of discernment, but for the most part, make new friends. Shout out to my new friends, by the way. Love you guys. Love you guys a lot. I look back right now and laugh. Matters of the heart, guys. Matters of the heart. I like making new friends. I like making new friends. As long as you're genuine, we gel. Energies don't lie, by the way. Energies do not lie. So you will know. You will know. Honestly. Also, what if you will find your soulmates in a friend? I actually was watching Thick Leonce saying this, that what if your soulmate is in a friend? Honestly, that's cute, but I also don't want that. I don't want my soulmate to be a girl. I love my girlies, but yo, a soulmate should be a man, guys. Sorry, not sorry. A soulmate should be a man, but yeah, I say this to say, make new friends, guys. In my 20s, I've learned that making new friends has absolutely no harm. You're not losing anything. Lesson number 7. Lesson number 7. Financial literacy in your 20s. I will need my mother to get in this, to enter this group chat. I will need her to come every payday, take my card, enginikele engidingayo, enze konke okubalulekile bese ngibuyisela ikhadi lami for the next payday. Because how was she able to do all that she was able to do with that salary, with that peanuts of a salary she had? I'm convinced she was a magician. Honestly, in your 20s, you need to have financial literature. I feel like if you have financial literature, you have clocked the system. You understand how to move as a grown-up. Honestly, in your 20s, you're most likely going to get a job, which means you'll qualify for big loans. Do not take unnecessary loans. Do not take unnecessary loans. You know, you don't want to have to keep up with payments for no reason. Okuncane for omashonisa. Do not even start. Do not even start. Honestly, when your salary comes, understand there's those necessary, you need to build your credit score. But seek for advice. Seek for advice before you enter into those situations. Honestly, financial literature goes a long way. Yeah? No. I'm recording for YouTube. I'm recording for YouTube. Stop talking. before my cousin interrupted me, I wanted to say to you guys, live within your means. Live within your means. It's gonna help you. You already know this. And also, if you're already struggling with your finances, one of the solutions for you right now is to downgrade your life. So that you don't find yourself borrowing more money to maintain your lifestyle, or borrowing more money to make up for the debt. Just downgrade your life. Take it easy. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you buy. Nobody cares what you wear. Nobody cares where you eat. Financial literature goes a long way, guys. It goes a long way. I'm no expert in finances. Find the right people to talk to. Find the right people to assist you. And stop borrowing money. It's not sustainable. It becomes worse every time. Not sure if I'm making sense, but if you can hear me, stay away. If you haven't started, don't even start. Lesson number 8, practice radical honesty. Sorry, not sorry. Be honest. Tell the truth. How other people receive it, that's on them. Practice radical honesty. And also, say, amanga yakhohlweka amanga. Having to retell the truth is such a breeze because you're not making up any stories. So practice radical honesty. How the next person receives it is on them. The reaction to the truth has got nothing to do with you. Say your piece and keep it moving. Honestly, this sounds so arrogant and, you don't want to own up. You just want to be rude and be aggressive to people and just hit them with the truth. I understand. We have this idea that you can be brutal all you want when you're telling the truth, as long as it's the truth. The truth sets you free. That's not true. You can be nice while saying the truth. I'm not sure if this is making sense, but moral of the story, always tell the truth. Telling the truth sets you free. In your 20s, teach yourself to say the truth at all times. I know it's going to be difficult to say the truth because some people struggle to take the truth. But honestly, live in truth. It saves everyone time. Lesson number 9 is my favorite. Build a community. Belong somewhere. Have day ones. Do not rely on yourself. Do not put self-reliance on a pedestal, because it's going to be difficult for you to articulate your needs and wants. Individualism is a scam, I promise you. You cannot do life alone. You need people. United, we stand. I promise you, you need people. And do not be that person who's on some, no, I'm just going to wait for them to see that I'm in need. Speak! People have things going on in their lives. Also, given the fact that social media is wired weirdly, you see Masipo posting a cute selfie, you think, oh, she's good. Meanwhile, in Gagwele, I need 100 rands. I'm down bad. I need to say, hey, Mzala, please assist me with XYZ. I'm struggling right now. But I will need to speak up for me to receive the help. Because everyone is acting rich on the internet right now. Well, maybe not acting rich, but everyone looks well and put together. Everyone looks like they're not struggling, but in the real world, people be struggling. You know you're struggling. So individualism is not going to assist you right now. You need to say, what's up? Belong somewhere. You know, have a circle of people that you look up into. A circle of people who are your well of wisdom. Actual people you see, bephila phambi, not some role models, agu internet. Have actual people you look up to. Build a community. In my 20s, that lesson has been, There's no shame in needing. There is absolutely no shame in needing. You are a person, you will need. Sometimes it may not be financial assistance. You will need someone to listen to you. How is that going to be possible? I don't think so. Individualism. I know sometimes you're like, oh, I'm just an introvert. I like my own space. I hate people. People even say that. How dare you say that? You need to belong somewhere. I'll tell you that, and I'll tell you that right now for free. You need to create your circle and belong somewhere. Obviously, ungacela usizo kubantu abazohamba behlekisa ngawe for lacking and people are going to go around saying, oh, don't look at her on the internet. She's putting a facade. She's struggling. She's vague. She's da-da-da-da-da-da. Do not look for help from those people. Build a solid community of people you can trust with your problems, with your struggles, with your lack. Don't go around asking for help from randoms, from random people who make fun of you. You know, so in your 20s, do not be scared to say, hey, I'm struggling, bro. But you're not saying that to anyone, just anyone. You're saying it to your solid circle that you've created in your 20s, because you need that in your 20s. A solid circle of friends. Okay. Lesson number 11 in my 20s. Is it 10 or 11? It's 10. Write down your ideas. Write down your budgets. Write down your plans. Have a mood board. I cannot stress this enough. You don't have to write it ngepeni. You can use your Apple Notes. You can use your notes to write so that you remember. It's not old-fashioned to write down something. I promise you, I go through my notes and I'm reminded of a lot of things. Exciting times. Thank you, Apple Notes, for reminding me these things. You know, it's not old-fashioned. If it's written down in black and white, you're most likely going to remember it. Njengamanje izinto egcwele emqondweni yethu bafowethu. Izinto egcwele emqondweni wethu. I promise you there's a lot of things egcwele emqondweni wethu. So it's important to have a reminder of your dreams. Not really necessarily to-do list, because I have a slight problem, and I'm beefing with my to-do list and all of those things. But write down your ideas. It's gonna help you a big time. In your 20s, iba nje isalikazi noma ikhehla elibhalayo nje. Bhala into zakho. Ma ukuthi kanjani, buy that magnet sheets for the fridge, or bhala khona efridgini. It's you can get it from Mr. Price Home. You can get it from quite a lot of places. Write down your ideas. Remind yourself in writing. Okay. Number 11, take chances. Be crazy and delusional in your 20s. Delulu is the solulu. Okay, manifest. Okay, Number 11, take chances in your 20s. Gear yourself towards your dreams. Be delusional. Be delulu. Delulu is the solulu. Okay? Manifest. Amakandlela 1111, make a wish. You know, be crazy, be delusional. But also, taking chances need to be backed up with actual work. Okay? Be backed up with effort. Always go to 1111 makandlela, make a wish if you're not gearing yourself towards that, you know, upwards trajectory. If you're not doing anything about it, sweetie, you're not going to see results, essentially, if you're not putting in the work. Nothing's going to be coming to fruition for you except for be delusional. Even with my YouTube, this is crazy and delusion. This is delusion. You know, it's crazy. But I'm doing it anyway, because I'm setting myself up for good things only. You know, I'm doing it anyway. I'm not scared. I used to be, but I'm no longer scared. Because why? I took the chance. In my 20s, I'm being delusional. Number 12, rest in your 20s. Rest. Tired is the default. At least for me right now, I'm tired, okay? And if you're not tired, I'm jealous of you. I'm beefing with you if you're not tired. You must have some form of advantage or some form of privilege if you're not tired in your 20s. I am tired. If you're not tired, you're privileged, sweetie. And I'm jealous of you. It means you're not conforming to capitalism, and I am jealous of you. Because capitalism has some of us by our balls, our scrotum. Sorry, not sorry. Capitalism has us tired all day, every day. So in your 20s, if you're tired like me, make it a point that you rest. Make time for yourself to rest so that you can go back to the capitalism field and slave away. But make it a point that you rest in your 20s. You will need that. You will need it. You'll thank yourself for resting. Okay? It's sad, but lesson number 13, get your license in your 20s. I cannot stress this enough. I will say this once and once only, get your license in your 20s. Apparently it gets harder the older you become. So get it now. This is an advice I need to use for myself as well. But mama must drive, honestly. Get your license, go write your letters, go to those driving classes in your 20s. Anything to advance yourself in your 20s. Do it, guys. If you're a guy and you're not driving side eye, please get that over and done with. You need to know how to drive. As a nigga, as a girl as well, but as a nigga, go learn how to drive, you know. Lesson number 14, believe in something, guys. Believe in something. Pray to someone. Have an anchor. Have a higher power over you. I feel like I'm saying this for the second time on my channel. What's with these aeroplane noises? What's with the aeroplane noise? I'm so bored by this. The disrespect of filming. Anyway, guys, when we were children, I feel like guys, the whole day. The whole day. Anyway, how dare you distract me when I'm talking about God? Believe in something. Pray somewhere. There's a lot of spirits out there. Before you leave the house for work, pray. This is advice I need to use on myself as well. Pray everywhere. Pray, guys. You're working with people abayiqinisile ngento ethize, bakhulekile. Bayivikele bona when uyafika nje. Uphethe kukini la emhlabeni. Awukholelwa ndawo nje wena. It's all vibes. But honestly, to each their own. This is just my 2 cents. Have a higher power. Lesson number 15, which is the last lesson in my 20s, is live. Pila. Be alive. Be present. Get off your phone. Enrich your mind with knowledge. Read. Well, you don't have to read if you don't want to, but enrich your mind with knowledge. Be aware of what's going on in the world. Okay? Ungahlezi umangala nje wena. Njalo nje uyamangala uhasibenzakalani emhlabeni. Honestly, in your 20s, know what's up. Know what's cooking oil. you know, we have come to the end of our video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below a lesson you resonated with more, or just any other lesson you've been learning in your 20s. Thank you so much for watching. The noise is going to be the death of me. Anyway, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please continue doing it. It helps me create more. It helps me be encouraged to come into the space and record. So please like, comment, and subscribe.